In the heart of the Carpathian mountains, an old healer wandered through forests no one dared enter, and found a tiny bear cub abandoned and trembling. What happened next became a story whispered for generations. But it is not just a tale of survival, it is a story of love, loyalty, and a bond stronger than life itself. Long ago, in the misty Carpathian mountains, where dense forests stretched as far as the eye could see and rivers sparkled like silver ribbons, there lived an old healer named Edric. Villagers whispered that he could hear the language of the wind and the secrets hidden in the mountains. Yet Edric carried a sorrow no magic could mend. His only son had vanished during a fierce winter storm many years ago, leaving his home heavy with silence and his heart aching with loss. One crisp morning, while walking along a forest stream, Edric discovered a tiny creature trapped beneath a fallen branch. At first he thought it was a wolf cub, but when he leaned closer, golden eyes met his frightened, trembling and all alone. It was a bear cub, abandoned after hunters had killed her mother in the high Carpathian peaks. Edric's heart ached with compassion, and he carried her home, naming her Soraya, after the bright stars that guided travelers through the dark forests. Soraya grew swiftly, yet she remained gentle, always following Edric wherever he went. He began speaking to her every day about the forest, the villagers, the stars above, and the son he had lost. And astonishingly, Soraya listened. As she matured into a massive bear, she walked beside him through the village paths, silent but vigilant. Sometimes when Edric was tending to the sick, Soraya's instincts would draw her deep into the forest, wandering among ancient trees and rivers only to return at dusk, curling beside him as if sharing the secrets of her day. The villagers marveled. They watched the old healer and the enormous bear move together, a living legend in the heart of the mountains. Children followed her paw prints, and travelers whispered about Edric and Soraya, the man and the bear who seemed bound by a magic stronger than time. But one fateful day, as Edric crossed the dense forest to reach a distant village, disaster struck. The ground beneath him gave way near a hidden ravine. He tumbled, striking his leg against a jagged rock. Though the wound was not severe, he could not walk. Soraya nudged him gently, her golden eyes urging him to trust her, and for the first time, Edric mounted her broad back. Guided by her silent understanding, he trusted her completely. As night approached, Soraya carried him to a safe refuge, a natural den hidden among massive rocks. There, Edric tended to his wound with the herbs in his satchel. Exhausted, feverish, and in pain, he slipped into a deep, dreamless sleep. For 2 days he remained unconscious or only semi-aware, drifting between fevered dreams and reality. When he awoke at dawn, with the forest still cloaked in shadow, his eyes widened in astonishment. Beside Soraya lay 2 tiny cubs, curled against her, their soft fur warm and comforting. A surge of joy and wonder filled Edric's heart. He realized he had overlooked Soraya's secret burden and the tender changes that had come over her. Soraya, seeing him awake, was overcome with joy. Her eyes shone as if the weight of her fears had lifted, and she pressed close with eager nudges, soft growls, and playful paw taps, as though she longed to show him the fragile new life she had brought into the world. In her every movement was the unspoken cry, "You live, and so does our future." That day, Edric rested, tended his wound, ate what he had in his satchel, and marveled at the tiny cubs that nuzzled and squeaked in delight. The next morning, with the sun rising over the Carpathians, Edric mounted Soraya again, holding the cubs safely in his lap. Hugging them close and keeping them warm, he began the journey back home, his eyes shining with wonder and joy. When the villagers learned of the healer's journey, the miraculous birth of Soraya's cubs, and their safe return, excitement swept through the valley. Children ran to catch glimpses of the legendary bear family, and travelers came from far and wide to witness the bond between man, bear, and cubs, a living story of loyalty, courage, and the magic of the Carpathian Mountains. 2 winters drifted by, and Edric found himself a little older. One quiet night he lay near the fire in his home, Soraya curled beside him, the cubs nestled at her side. He closed his eyes, feeling the warmth of the family he never expected to have. And in that peaceful moment he whispered softly, "You have given me more than life itself. You have given me love again." Soraya rested her massive head on his chest, and the cubs nuzzled closer. That night, Edric's soul quietly left the world, but Soraya stayed awake, guarding him, unwilling to leave her companion even in death. The cubs, sensing his absence, huddled close to her, whimpering softly. The villagers say that sometimes in the misty forests of the Carpathians, you can see Soraya standing atop a cliff, looking across the valley with eyes full of sorrow and love, watching over the place where her beloved healer sleeps forever. The cubs trail behind her, a living reminder that love, loyalty, and family can transcend even life itself. Thanks for watching. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on more captivating fantasy stories like this. Take care